Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is actually going to be uni related. I haven't made a uni related video in a month or so, I think, since my last video, which was my experience at my uni, the University of Gloucestershire. So if you want to check that video out so you can hear about my whole experience as a student at that uni, then I'll pop the link in the description and it'll probably be suggested somewhere. I have graduated now, if you don't know me. I studied television production at the University of Gloucestershire, and I graduated with a 2-1, which I was very pleased about. But I did graduate as a COVID graduate. My graduation was meant to be last week, November the 18th. It has been put back to May 2021. I don't know if it's gonna happen. I'm hoping it does. The point of this video is to impart some advice to any students that are actually at uni now, whether in your first, second or third year, because it was a very strange time what my year group went through from whatever uni, and it continues to be strange. Anyway, before we get into all that, I just want to share with you something that I was very excited to receive in the post. It is from a company called Mapafool, which specialise in prints for your wall. So they do from a range of prints of where you're from, or prints of what the sky looked like at a certain point in time, so when you met or when your child was born or stuff like that. And I got an email from them and said that I would love to collab with them, so they have sent me a print which I've not opened yet, so I'm going to show you it now. I have wanted one of these for ages actually, because when I was a student, always wanted to have a piece of home in my uni room, and the point of me including it in this video in particular is because I think that it would be a great gift to give a student for Christmas, so that when they go back to uni, they can put it on their wall, and it reminds them of home or a special place. Because I know how homesick you can feel when you're a student, and this definitely would have taken pride of place on my uni wall. So this is the print that I got. It comes with a hanging, it's just called a hanger. It's basically 2 blocks of wood that you slot the print into and then you can hang it on the wall. So this is my print, and obviously it's very rolled up. Being a Bristolian girl, I had to get my home on this print. I will take some actual shots of it and show you. It is a really lovely print. I obviously need to put it up properly, but there you go, it's a map. My home of Bristol. I can even see my street on it. Oh, that's exciting. Yeah, it's really nice actually. I'm very pleased with it. They have got a Black Friday sale on at the moment, so if you want to head over to their website, I'll link it in the description so that you can check it out. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you because I thought that this was really nice. And like I said, as a student, as an ex-student, I know how homesick you can feel, and a lot of my videos to do with my room at uni was, I've always said that you need to make where you're living feel homely, and I definitely think something like this would help. But this is going to go in our hallway now in my house. So this video is going to be a general chat. I'm just going to go through just a little bit of a timeline of the last couple of months and how it's been, and just kind of any advice for students at the moment. There's obviously been a lot of stuff in the news regarding students through COVID, because of the outbreaks in accommodations and just the kind of ridiculousness of it all. And oh, it's getting cold now, and in my opinion, the bad decision to make students go back. I think it should have been staggered, if I'm honest. I feel like they should have made first years start in September, and all other years I think they should have kept online. I think they should have then allowed them to move back after Christmas, but that's another story. I just feel like that would have worked better, to be honest with you. I know that it's tough, but forcing students to go back when they shouldn't have, and when it ultimately made COVID spike again, was a really stupid idea, but it's all happened now, so hopefully we're just on the way out of it. I'm just gonna park that little bit. Ugh. So yeah, now that I've graduated, I obviously am not where I expected myself to be before I finished. Obviously I finished early, I moved out in March. I would have been there all the way till June. The universe had other plans. Being a graduate at the moment is just odd. There's a lot of unemployment with students. The kind of aspirations that we had to do with our jobs and stuff that we want to do and kind of where our degrees lead us to. At the moment, it doesn't seem as possible as I think we thought it would have been had this not happened. It's obviously, you know, unemployment is very high in general, let alone within students. I'm lucky that I already had a retail job, so that's probably one piece of advice I would give to students right now. We don't know what is going to happen, so if you have a job, any sort of job, I would really advise you to keep it, because any kind of source of income, any experience on your CV looks great, and I'm very lucky that I had a job before uni, and I've kept that job the whole way through, because I was able to transfer up to Cheltenham where I studied. I don't know, it's just very strange. I think in hindsight, my advice to students would be, honestly, just make the most of it. Like, make as many memories as you can, you know, go on as many nights out as you can. I know you can't do that right now, but just cherish the time that you've got at uni, because when it's taken from you, it's so bittersweet. And I do feel for the third year students now, because their third year is not going to be how they thought it was. Well, all the years, their years are not going to be quite the way they expected it to. You're just very lucky. And I'm kind of jealous that you're all still at uni, because I never got those last few months to like say goodbye to my friends. Like, a lot of my friends I haven't seen since March. I've literally only seen one friend from uni between March, and that was when I saw her to move out to go get my stuff. So it's very strange, and just make the most of it. Don't take any of it for granted. It's just very strange. Even during COVID times, like, make the friendships that you would have made had it all been normal. Try to like make the most of it, and you know, you can't go out, and I get that it's rubbish, because I loved a night out. I loved a night out when I was at uni. And I do look back on pictures, I'm like, I just miss like dancing in a club and getting drunk. I really miss it. But like, just get drunk in your flat and make the most of it. Obviously be safe. Don't go wild. COVID's still a thing. But like, just enjoy it, because you won't get those memories back. Like, you just won't get those moments back, and they are some of the best moments. Some of my fondest memories of uni are the ones where we were just sat on the floor in the hallway till like 2 in the morning just chatting rubbish. So just make the most of it. I'm trying to think of anything that would be relevant right now, because like all the advice that I used to give to do with being a student was like, make sure you have a £10 note in your phone case for a taxi on the way back from a night out, but no one's doing that now. So yeah, I mean, if you want to see that kind of advice, then I've got a video that you can watch. But also that advice was the perspective of someone that literally had only done 1 year. My perspective on uni now is completely different. My advice would be totally different. It's just very strange. I feel like students have been forgotten about a little bit, which upsets me, because, you know, we are going to make up the future of whatever industry it is we're going to. I don't know. I just don't know. Like, you just got to make the most of it. Don't be stupid with the money you've got, because student loans are fab. And I'm sure that everyone's saving them a lot more this time around, because no one can leave or really do anything. But just enjoy yourselves. Don't get obsessed with petty drama. I learnt that in first year, it was just pointless. And it just makes your experience rubbish, and it just is upsetting. And, you know, just be friends with people that are nice. Don't entertain anyone that isn't. I just don't see the point. Yeah, I don't really know what this video was. Just a general ramble about university stuff. I think, like, I just need to get stuff off my chest because it's just very odd at the moment. I've said that about a million times in this video. Yeah, being a graduate is very strange. I always expected to feel sad about missing my friends, and I always expected, because I've been told by people from years above, like, graduating is great, but like you will get some sort of like, not depression, but like you get kind of, I don't want to say withdrawal symptoms, but like you feel like you've lost a part of your life because you've kind of, I mean, it depends on the situation, it depends on if you move back home, but like I've moved back home and there are times when I feel like I've really regressed. I don't really have as much freedom as I used to. I feel like I'm not as much of an adult as I used to feel, even though I am, but you kind of, and no one else really gets it because no one else has gone through it. And it's only when talking to my friends that have been to uni, or that still are at uni, they kind of get it, but other people don't necessarily understand how, like, you spend 3 years with this, like, family that you've made for yourself, and then when you have to move back home and you don't see any of them as often, you can't just walk down the road and see all your mates. It's very strange. And I don't feel like people talk about that enough. Within like the uni kind of YouTube community, I've never really seen anyone talk about it. I mean, maybe that's because I haven't seen a lot of people that have graduated, but it just, I don't know, it's just not something that, you know, you kind of see people talk about how graduating is great and how, you know, I've got my degree, I'm gonna start my life now, I've got this great job, but like, for a lot of people, there is a period of time when you're kind of drifting, you haven't seen any of your friends, you feel like life is just kind of like, these 3 years were so exciting, and now my life's very mundane. I get that a lot. I constantly feel like the 3 years I've been at uni haven't even happened. Even though I've got all these great memories and these pictures and everything, I'm like, it literally went like that. I don't even feel like it happened. It's just strange. But yeah, so you have got to be optimistic though. I do try and be as optimistic as I can about the whole situation. I would say all uni students, like I said, just make the most of it. Make as many friends as you can. Be optimistic about it. Whatever is going on right now will pass. It might be rubbish, it might not be what you expected. Just be grateful for what you have got. I know it's easier said than done, and I know that you haven't all necessarily been helped by what's happened, and you've kind of been, I want to say, demonised for things that have gone on, and people have blamed students for things that have gone on when really I don't think that it's anyone's fault. It was going to happen. It was inevitable. I said it literally before everyone went back. I was like, they are going to regret making students go back because it's going to just spike and it's not going to be their fault. But when you have like thousands of people just suddenly, what would you expect? So after that little rant, kind of rambly video, I do hope you've enjoyed it though. I do think sometimes it's good to just listen to someone talk, ramble on a bit. If you agree with anything, feel free to let me know. I would like to kind of start a discussion, if anything, because I do feel like these kind of things don't really get talked about an awful lot, and they are important. And I also want to like stress how normal it is to feel weird about graduating, especially this year, but just in general. It is odd, and you're totally allowed to feel upset by it, and you're totally allowed to feel like you've become a child again and you've gone back to where you were at 18. It's completely normal. Honestly, if anyone wants to talk about it, my Instagram's below. I answer DMs all the time about uni stuff. So if you're like in a similar position and you don't really know what you're doing, feel free to chat to me because I get you. I feel like sometimes it's not easy to talk to like parents and stuff about it because if they haven't gone to uni, like they don't really understand where you're coming from. even though they try to get it, but a lot of the time you need to talk to someone that understands. But yeah, God, it's so rambly, this video. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this. I'm sorry I rambled on for so long. Just needed to like have a general chat and like talk about graduate life and stuff. Because this shit's hard. It's not going to be easy. No one said it was going to be easy, but it's definitely not as easy as you thought it was going to be. It's a lot harder than I expected. But yeah, I hope you're all well. I hope that you're good. Like I said, the Mapafool link will be below, so feel free to check that out. And I will see you very soon with a non-rambly video. But yeah, I'll see you soon, guys. Bye.